up, Claire! Jim's dead! They're dead! They're all dead!
Did you miss us last week?
Yeah, we're coming in no chaser.
Yeah.
No.
We're coming in no lube,
Coming
guys.
in dry.
Straight no chaser. You ever listen to them?
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. This is Nick.
This currently is Rob.
This is Joe for however much longer.
And hopefully you honored all those fallen Bajorans after the Kardashian occupation on Bajora.
Oh, God. Bring that back.
I am.
On Bajor?
On Bajora. The Bajoras.
Remember that?
We do have a Bajoran episode today. Ensign Rowe is involved in it.
She is involved in
She
it.
is.
Yes, we have 2 episodes to review today from Star Trek The Next Generation.
I would say calling it a Bajoran episode is loose. That's a loose interpretation.
It's
Are
loose.
you saying all Bajorans are loose?
It's loose like
Yes.
Joe.
Disaster and The Game. Those are the 2 episodes we're going to review today. Obviously, it's been a couple weeks, though, so we're going to catch you up on some of the things that have been going on in box office world, movie news, TV news, etc., etc.
I'm excited for the etc.
I'm excited for the etc. too.
Me too.
First etc. is they announced the Superman runtime.
Oh, did they? I didn't catch it.
8 hours and 8 minutes. 8:08.
2 hours, 2 minutes.
Really?
Oh, I was only off by a factor of 4.
That's nice and tight, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good run time.
It's
I'm going to tell you right now that's a good
shortest
run time.
They're going old school.
Yeah, second shortest runtime of all the Superman
122?
movies.
No.
1 minute or hour or 122 minutes.
I mean, it kind of is,
I like
right?
it. I like it.
Yeah, it is. Second shortest in the franchise, but behind, I think, Superman 4 or something like that.
4 needed to be longer.
Superman
That was its problem.
Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, which was 90 minutes long. Just to put this in into perspective,
Steel Panther?
Man of Steel had a runtime of 143 minutes. Superman Returns 154 minutes long. And Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice 152 minutes long. So, significantly shorter, but I think in a good way.
Yeah, I think 2 hours and 2 minutes is a solid runtime.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to help that they're not going to spend any time introducing us to the world. I feel like they're just going to drop us in and be like, Superman's here, deal with it. Like, this is the world he's in.
Guess what, guys? He flies. Did you know that?
Yeah. Which is fine.
If you're not familiar with the gist of Superman, then what are you doing what are you doing?
If you're not familiar with Superman at any age at this point, you should probably get off the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go to Krypton and watch it explode.
Oh, no, it's already exploded, bro. You can't
Spoiler alert, I didn't know it exploded.
Sorry, I ruined it.
You don't listen to the news, do you?
No, man.
That was on fake news media, sir.
Oh,
I know.
Krypton is still there.
Fake news.
They're trying to keep you off of Krypton.
The Kryptonians are trying to fool you.
They're anti-cryptites. Anti-cryptites.
Anti-cryptites. I can't say that.
They don't like crypto?
Anti-cryptites. Oh, there you go. Anti-cryptites. They're against the Crips. No gangs.
We are not.
We are not affiliated.
We are not affiliated with any gang.
The Bloods or the Crips.
Crips up.
No. We're not associated with either. And
That's Rob from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
You live in Canton, Michigan.
The Bloods?
No, you cannot. You live in Canton, Michigan.
That is
sir.
Rob from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I haven't always lived here.
His address is 11496.
I'm doing the math. That's not even correct. It's not even near correct.
I know. I did that intentionally.
I appreciate that.
I didn't want to make it close to his real.
I'm not going to lie. The minute you start saying his address is, I'm like, oh, hell no.
We're going to have to bleep this part of the episode out.
You should
Adam and Eve were...
just bleep it, just for S and G's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. Just to mess with them.
We didn't pull that audio. I came in blasting. I meant to do that.
That's what I wanted. I just want to be blasting people right now. Mm-hmm. Like I'm serenity now. I just
traffic will do that for you, man.
It's not just traffic. It's everything. It's
just a long day.
It's just existing right now. I'm done. I think I'm good. I'm gonna check out. I'm getting my bags together. I'm gonna leave my door key on the bed. I'm going down to
at 0 hour,
concierge
9 a.m.
Yep.
My bags packed.
It's over. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Whatever. I'll be dead. I don't care.
I guess we're taking
that'd be a
applications for a third host.
That'd be a lie. That'd be a lie.
Good luck filling this seat.
Oh, speaking of a third host, I got the best text message of the day from future third host Sean.
Oh, good.
He texted.
If Sean's replacing me, I'll be glad I'm dead.
He texted both Rob and I about what our next show is going to be about.
Yeah, what show we're reviewing?
That's nice that he texted the both of you.
Well,
considering there's a text thread with all of us.
Yeah, it's true.
But go on.
Well, it's news you don't want to know.
Oh God.
Scrubs is officially being rebooted.
Absolutely not. I'll lay down on I-696 right now.
Zach Braff is officially signed on. It's happening. It's happening. Yes.
What?
Yes.
What are they? Oh my God.
Why are you hating on it? Let it be.
Zach Braff is such a bum.
You're such a bum.
They're not funny.
You're not funny. You stink. Is that my? Where is that coming from?
That's Rob's computer. You know
it's
what?
Rob's computer. This whole thing is falling apart.
If we're reviewing Scrubs, I'm telling you right now, I will not. I won't review Scrubs. Not going to do it.
Buddy, when you made the sale,
He's just going
stop
to sit there the
selling.
entire like this.
No, I'm not. First of all, I'm not going to watch it. Second of all, I will hate on it and shit on it all the entire time. It's the least funny show I've ever seen.
And that's not true. You've watched Seinfeld.
You're the least funny show I've ever seen.
I'm funnier than Scrubs.
No, you're not.
And also, they're also tearing
My wife
down the
would agree with
legacy
Of Scrubs.
No, legacy or Scrubs has no legacy.
Yes, it does.
But they're tearing the legacy of Jason Momoa down with these stupid ass commercials.
Oh.
No, that's
They're
Jason
not,
Momoa's
but
fault.
they're not funny.
That's Jason Momoa's fault, though. That's on him.
And
man.
while we're at it, can we just say that? Can I just tell you that Will Ferrell isn't funny anymore?
Oh yeah, we all know that.
And I don't mean
we talked about that.
But I don't mean like he's not. I mean like he's not currently funny. But he's so bad right now. He's retroactively not funny.
Oh no,
some of his stuff is wearing thin.
That would be an interesting conversation to talk about comedians who have really lost it so much that it makes it hard to go back and watch their old stuff.
Will Ferrell.
I mean, Bill Cosby.
I think his stuff still holds up.
But I think Eddie Murphy is one, right? Like when you see Eddie Murphy stuff now versus what he was, it makes you go like, I don't even want to go back and watch.
Beverly Hills Cop still hits.
Yeah,
I know, but like, doesn't it make it kind of harder, like in some way? Or,
not Eddie Murphy.
Or does it ruin their luster? Maybe that's a better way. Or
I mean,
ruin their luster, but it gives
star
them
power
luster.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, because he made The Adventures of Pluto Nash, and it made like $5.
Okay, that was like 15 years ago.
I know, but that was like the
I'm
going to
guess that was
career.
probably closer to 20 or 25 years ago.
I think it was like 2002. Let me find out. Adventures of Pluto, 2002.
Who was right on it?
Good job, Nick.
Oh yeah, wow, that was
10 points to Nick.
Holy crap!
Budget $100 million.
$100 million. That's $100 million. $2002.
Box office $7.1 million.
Womp.
Wow, that is bad.
That's really bad.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! The domestic box office was 4.4 million, and the overseas was 2.6 million. So that's the total. That wasn't domestic. That's total.
Was that a Disney movie?
No,
Okay.
it was not.
DreamWorks.
Let's see. Castle Rock Entertainment.
Castle Rock. That was the same people as The Rock.
Warner Brothers is distributed by Warner Brothers.
Oh, that was
produced by
Buena Vista.
Castle Rock.
So in summary, I will not be affiliated with anything Scrubs related. There's no way. There's no way they're rebooting Scrubs.
They are.
They are.
They're not rebooting it. They're continuing it.
Oh my god! I can continue it right down into the garbage can.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is incredible. Hold on, though. Here's the best part about
Duluth?
this guy. No, this director, his name was Ron Underwood. He directed The Adventures of Pluto Nash. His career was over after that.
He committed suicide afterwards.
He was City Slickers was his
wow.
Oh, nice.
one of his directorial. Oh,
This guy's got a future. I can tell.
Tremors was his directorial
Nice.
debut.
I just watched it like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Pluto TV.
And he was also the story writer for it. Then
movie.
City Slickers was number 2.
Wow.
This guy's going places.
Some movie called Heart and Souls. I don't know that one.
That's
but
a Robert Downey Jr. movie, right?
Yep, Robert Downey
Great
Jr.
movie.
Yeah, okay.
Great movie.
Then he made a movie
good.
Speechless with
That was popular.
Michael Keaton and Gina Davis. So like his career was booming.
Yes.
Mighty Joe Young was after that.
Love it.
which
This
was
guy's on a heater.
Disney movie that was very popular at the time. Then Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh, big budget
You know what?
movie. This is going to be great. It's going to shoot him into the stars, right?
After that, nothing. Well, he makes one more movie in the mix starring Usher.
I remember that
Jesus.
movie. The box art for it.
That was 3 years later. Now he's been relegated to television directing
Ouch.
after that. So after
Scrubs?
that, he did a couple episodes of Boston Legal in 2002.
Great show.
And that was it. And he's not even like a big time director.
He's a recluse. He just he's like what's the Howard Hughes? He's like his nails are just outgrown. He's just in his basement.
I mean, he definitely
collecting urine.
Like I don't want to say like his career's over, but like his
It's okay, Nick. He's not listening.
yeah.
He can't hurt you. It's okay.
But it was basically
Or his career's in such a bad spot. He is listening.
Isn't it crazy to think that one movie can really sabotage your career to that extent for a director? Like where there's just no coming, which makes sense. I mean, the guy, it lost $93 million, right?
That's nothing
Yeah.
now.
And that's what, probably almost closer to 200 million today.
Yeah, but it lost. It's not just 93 million. That's 93% of the budget.
Right.
You lost 90. That's like if
Yeah.
like we'll talk about the movies that are out now, but that's like if Mission Impossible 8 made like $28 million or something.
Yeah.
I think the budget was like 400 million.
Right. Yeah.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine it? Could you imagine it makes 28 million worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
No good. No good.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
good.
So this made me look up movies that ruined a director's career. Oh, what are you looking up?
Way ahead of you.
You already looked it up?
Oh yeah,
All right.
Geely.
So we can start off with Brian De Palma of, well, we'll just rope it in, Mission Impossible fame, part one.
Yep.
Okay.
Directed things like Untouchables. And
He was
Femme Fatale.
he was a director's director too.
Yeah, he was.
He's like a protege of
Yeah.
like that like era of Scarface. I actually directed Scarface, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carlito's Way he directed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he did a little movie called Black Dahlia, and no one's really heard from him since.
Oh, Black Dahlia. I like Black Dahlia.
You would.
Womp.
That was a good movie.
I don't really care about this
It was
director,
a crime neo-noir movie.
but he did a Roberto Benigni did a Pinocchio in 2002 that
Yeah.
made him disappear.
That bombed.
Gone.
Geely by Martin Brest. He's the guy that did Beverly Hills Cop and Midnight Run.
Wait,
and
Geely?
Son of a
I
Woman.
thought that was what's his name?
He was in the movie. Ben Affleck was an actor in the movie.
No, the director. What's his name?
Martin Brest.
No.
Martin Boob.
Fat guy. Where's the
Martin-
jersey?
Oh,
Kevin
Kevin
Smith?
Smith.
Kevin
No.
Smith. I
You're-
thought he
No.
directed Geely.
You're wrong.
No.
Okay. Was he involved in some shape or form with Geely?
No.
He's friends with Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck?
Well, I know that.
So I think that's
No, stop it.
He directed him in Dogma, which is
Yeah.
being re-released next week.
Okay.
and Mallrats.
Yeah, Ballrats.
Tim Schumacher.
Hey, Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantom, Joe.
Tim Schumacher. No, nothing.
Nothing.
What movie?
Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
Joel
yeah.
Schumacher. Yeah.
Joel.
Or Joel Schumacher. Yeah. Why did I say Tim?
It was so bad he changed his name to Tim.
And for extra points, it ruined Alicia Silverstone and Chris O'Donnell's career as well.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
weren't going anywhere.
I think Alicia Silverstone.
Chris O'Donnell was trending upward at that point.
I liked Chris O'Donnell in Son of a Woman. He was.
Yeah.
He was. That's one of my.
He was
favorite movies of all
trending
time.
up. And I
He
think
was.
Alicia Silverstone was for the most part too at that point, right? This is after like Clueless.
That movie was so bad. They're like, maybe movies aren't our thing. Maybe we don't want to do this.
Yeah. Now he did go on to make like Phantom of the Opera and Phone Booth. Like Phone Booth was incredible. He did a good job on Phantom of the
Phone Booth was
Opera. It wasn't one of my favorite musicals, but it's still solid.
How about the guy who directed Die Hard, Predator, Last Action Hero, The 13th Warrior, and then Rollerball?
Hey, Rollerball wasn't bad.
John McTiernan disappeared after Rollerball. LL Cool J killed John McTiernan.
I like to think of those actors or directors who were up and coming directors though and like those guys who disappear. Like take Josh Trank. He was the guy who did the Fantastic Four in 2015. His career started with Chronicle, which was actually a pretty solid like superhero movie, which was kind of found footage. It was like when they did that whole style of those. And then he does Fantastic Four, and then he does Capone, and he's done after that. He's done nothing since then. Like his career's over.
What's number one?
The Wachowskis of Matrix fame.
Oh my gosh.
Jupiter Ascending pretty much ended them.
I would say Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions ended them.
Those things still made bank though.
Yeah, they did. And then they also did, what's the movie with Tom Hanks was in it as well that they did?
Forrest Gump.
No.
Castaway.
No.
Bosom Buddies.
No.
TV show.
Terminal?
Gosh, can you just stop Cloud Atlas?
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad too.
Cloud Atlas.
Yikes.
That bombed at the box office.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it made its budget, $130 million, so it made its budget back.
That's surprising because it was garbage.
Censorship. I hate censorship.
Beep.
Beep, beep. So, with all this to say, The Adventures of Pluto Nash ruined everyone. Oh, going to box office now, though. Box office update. And then that's all I got. And then whatever.
Don't we have that soundbite you could do instead?
No. I like it better this way. So box office update. Lilo and Stitch came out this last weekend. Has made $146 million.
Yeah, it blew up.
That sucks though, because it lets Disney know that they continue to make live action stuff out of their.
That was my first thought. That's what I heard on the radio. That it made so much money, and my first thought was, shit.
Yeah,
they're gonna think that they can keep doing this.
And here's where
shit.
I thought Snow White would ruin it, but Snow White was like a whole comical air of blunders by Rachel Zegler,
everybody,
plus the director of that, plus the
creative team, the writing,
everything. That movie was a train wreck. 146 million. Mission Impossible made $64 million.
The best of all the movies so far of Mission Impossible,
which blows my mind. Because it sucked.
It did not suck.
It sucked.
It did not.
It sucked so bad, Joe.
It stinks.
Joe, they said,
nope.
They said, we have 3 hours. They said, great. I have 20 scenes we can fit in that 3 hours. And then they said, great. Do those scenes connect? And they're like, nope. But do you want to do it anyways? They're like, yeah, let's do it. And that's what they did.
Nobody I saw the movie with agrees with you.
Great.
The people who've seen the movie mostly don't agree with you. I don't agree with you.
Everybody in Rob's little echo chamber circle.
Yeah, so it must be
is
right.
Is it my favorite? No.
Every single person I saw the movie with hated it. I saw it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
How many people did you see it with, Rob?
10.
Okay, well, he's got you beat there.
He does got me beat
by 30%.
Yeah, it does.
I have my
what would you
issues with
give it
it
out of 10? What would you give it out of 10?
I don't know, but I could tell you where I think I might rank it among the movies.
No,
Yes.
out of 10.
Out of 10? 7.
What?
Ooh.
4 out of 10.
4?
4.
You also know Nick's taste in things.
I do. I
enjoyed the last Mission Impossible. I gave that last one like 7.5 out of 10.
That one was worse than this one.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
it was better. And then you have Fallout before that. That was like an 8 out of 10.
Oh, Fallout was
fantastic. Then Rogue Nation, another 8 out of 10. Like, my problem is if this film, I was talking with Sean actually about this through text message.
More of this Sean bullshit.
No, stop it. Get over it. If this movie came out before
Horror.
Fallout and Rogue Nation, I might like it a little bit more. But like once you do Rogue Nation and Fallout, and this is your follow-up, and this is your concluding arc, no, sucks. For a concluding arc, sucks.
Well, I agree. It's disappointing that these last.
Yeah, it was
two
disappointing. I'm just going to pull that part. I agree. It was disappointing. Wow!
You hurt his feelings.
You don't know what it's like to be talked over, do you?
Not at all. I just don't feel the importance of being talked over by someone who's so rude.
Wow! Can you be more of a snowflake about this?
Nice.
Ooh, I like this.
Me
all
of
right.
all people being called a snowflake.
Yeah. I know. I wanted to do that.
Well, you're wrong. I don't know if I can rate a movie 4 out of 10 where I was literally on the edge of my seat for a couple scenes.
Because you had to go pee because it was.
That's
3
what I
hours
was going to
long.
say. Did you have to pee?
No.
Because you had too much pop?
What scenes, without spoiling it, what scenes?
Spoil it.
Well, first there's 2 of them, which
The airplane thing at the end.
And the underwater.
That was dumb. The airplane
It
chase.
was over the top, but it was fantastic.
It reminded me of the John Woo one with the motorcycles.
No, wait. Too far.
No,
that's too far.
It's not too far. And,
I have a question.
And I don't even want to get started about the submarine thing where he takes off his wetsuit, his breathing apparatus, 20,000 feet under the water.
Remember when he said he wasn't going to spoil anything?
Did his lungs collapse?
No.
That part was dumb.
No, he just swam up.
Actually, he more convulsed up.
Yeah.
You want to go see it? I'll see what we did this week.
Oh, and in the Arctic Ocean. So submarine that sunk underwater in the Arctic Ocean, and he's like, I'm gonna just strip down to my undies.
I like it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna swim up from the bottom of this ocean.
I got a question. How much?
It took me 20 minutes to descend, but I'm gonna take off my oxygen mask and go up.
He has a point.
How was the running scene?
Good.
They were ridiculous.
They
added, there were multiple times. They added them just for the sake of adding them.
Well, he has to run in his movies.
Yeah, he always runs in his movies.
He always runs.
I know he always runs in
every fucking movie.
No, the
trademark run.
But
it's gotten more ridiculous. His form has gotten more ridiculous as the years have gone on.
They were ridiculous in this movie. The best parts of this movie were Haley Atwell's. That was the best parts of this movie.
Is it worth seeing for the boobs?
10 out of 10.
Double.
That means the movie was like a 2.5 if you gave it a 4.
No, Simon Pegg was solid in it. I always like Simon Pegg. The problem is you have a villain who wasn't fleshed out at all, who's a weak villain.
Agree with that.
Then the actual villain of the movie is not a great villain overall. I mean, the concept of the villain, great concept. If you've seen the last one, it's the AI, right? That's the villain. And the opening scene is great.
Oh, I like that.
It's like a cold open, like not a cold opening, but it's the exposition opening, which fills you in on what you missed.
Yeah.
And it's showing footage of like stuff that happens in other countries, and like they show like school buses going to somewhere, but then the AI changes those school buses into tanks, right? Or
nice.
Like at one point they're holding a video camera and they change the video camera into guns, and it's like, wow, that is happening in our world. And media has been being manipulated and all these things. And they had some really good, and I don't think it's spoiling it to just talk about what happened in the first 1 minute.
Probably not, because nothing really happened in the first 1 minute.
But like they basically talk about the whole world's under martial order now because this AI is basically taken over and is convinced all the governments that.
And people had
nothing can be trusted. So
it had its own cult now, religious people that kind of followed it.
Yeah, there's a religious cult that's rised up. Countries have started martial law, like most of the countries have enlisted martial law.
Martial law.
And then they don't do any follow-up. Like, they don't pay really attention to that. They don't do anything with it. I don't know. It's just, this was like...
I'll watch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah. And they try to connect this with the previous movies.
Dude, the way they connected it with part 3 was genius.
Some of them were good connections.
And the one with part 1 was awesome.
But some of them were like this super big stretch, right? Like, why does everything have to be connected? Why can't it just be here's his next mission, here's his next mission?
Like Bond?
Everything
kind of like Bond
together. Yeah.
More like Bond?
Yeah. Everything connects together from your very first. No, stop it. Stupid.
He's more passionate about it. His point of view.
I actually probably would say it's a 5 out of 10. I was 4 out of 10 coming.
I love how you've been shitting on it for the last 10 minutes. You're like, yeah, it's a.
Actually, it's better than that.
It's actually better than I said after I talked so much shit about it.
I was thinking about Haley Atwell, and it made it a 5 out of 10. Yeah. She was great. She was great in that movie. And
I mean, it's probably still better than Scrubs.
In the previous movie, Haley Atwell was just a nobody.
Yeah, they recruited her.
She was not.
At the end of the movie.
They but how many months later? This was 2 months later.
2 or 3, one of the two.
She was a super spy.
No, she wasn't.
Within 3 months.
No, she
wasn't. She was kicking ass and chewing bubble gum, and she had all. That wasn't her bubble gum.
Sure?
Those were her bazookas. But she was a world-class agent.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was, sir.
What happened when the person died? What happened when the person died?
Okay, but she was creeped out by the death of the person.
Yeah.
But she was beating the crap out of men twice her size.
She was getting her ass kicked too.
Okay. It's a good movie. You all should go to the theaters and see it. I could see how it would be good to see in the Screen X, though. Like,
Dude, so
that sub scene would be really cool in the
it
Screen
was
X.
really cool. So do you know what Screen X is?
Yeah,
The
I
wraparound
listen to our
screen.
show.
Okay, so we saw it in Screen X. So you have the screen on the sides and in front of you. And I didn't tell anybody it was Screen X, and no one with me actually knew it was what Screen X was.
Mm-hmm.
So when it popped on around you, the reactions of what? It was hilarious.
The screen's gonna eat me.
and worth it. But it really, like when the AI was there at the beginning when it was turning, you kind of went like, holy God, this is kind of dizzying.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the theater to just fill up with water.
Oh, that's the option.
That's what I think. I think that's what Nick was hoping for. Can this whole theater just fill up with water and drown us all?
That's everyone pissing themselves because it's 3 hours long and they got to go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, you can't hold your bladder. How old are you?
Hold my bladder.
But it has no business. I
agree.
It has no business being 3 fucking hours long.
They could have cut it down quite a bit because there was a lot of exposition and some things that could have slimmed down a little bit.
Like this isn't The Godfather. What are we doing?
It was better.
Oh, yikes!
I'm not a big Godfather fan.
Clearly.
There was a lot of unnecessary scenes. I thought the sub scene went way too long. I don't need to spend 20 minutes watching Tom Cruise eat a submarine.
I can kind of see how you think that.
I know. I mean, here's the thing. If the movie's 3 hours long, there has to be nudity. It's just a rule of life.
I was nude.
You can't do that. That's inhumane.
It's not right.
There has to be boobs or butt or something. Full frontal.
Something.
Anything. Male, female, I don't care. I need to see something if I'm going to be staying in there for 3
Tom Cruise is practically nude for a bunch of it.
He's naked a lot of that movie, isn't he?
Yeah, a fair amount.
Good looking man to be in his 60s.
Good for him, right?
Like he's ripped. I mean, minus the fact that he's in a cult and he's ruined thousands of people's lives. Yeah, good for him.
But aside from that, I mean, really doing that, it's got to be. It puts you in a calorie deficit, doesn't it?
It's gotta like all that, basically murder essentially that he does. Yeah.
I'd be curious. 734-494-0980. If you've seen the movie, tell us what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell us. Somebody just
see who do you agree with, Nick or Rob,
or me, who's over here hanging himself listening to you two.
You haven't even seen.
I'll see it. I'll go see it with you next week.
Don't go see it. No, go see it in the theater. It is worth.
This week is so stressful. I don't think
theater,
I.
Though, that's dope.
This week is so stressful.
Well, not this week, but like
I know, but the next week I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to have a super stressful week and then go see this dog shit movie.
It's not a dog shit movie, Joe. How long?
I just listened to our show and there's one of the hosts said it was dog shit.
Well, he's also a little bit of
yeah, I know.
He doesn't like fun.
He also
he also can't point out a cult to save his life.
This is not fair. You tend to agree with me on action movies. If I think it's crap, you tend to side with me on those.
No.
What's the last movie we disagreed upon? See,
I don't know.
You can't think of one.
We can't think of any movie.
What's the last movie? I can't even tell you the last movie I saw.
The Flash.
Yeah, The Flash. We saw The Flash together.
That was 5 years ago.
It was like last year.
It was like, yeah, that was literally last year. We saw we saw the other Mission Impossible together. We saw Oppenheimer.
Oh, we saw Deadpool.
Didn't we see Oppenheimer together?
Not together.
That's true.
Not together. We saw Wolverine and Deadpool together.
Yeah, we did. You liked it? I liked it.
I liked it.
And we don't care about you because we are in disagreement here. I'm saying
we saw the Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah, and I liked it. And I liked it.
I liked it.
I wouldn't have liked it.
No, you wouldn't have liked it. You would have been bored out of your mind.
I would have shot myself.
You would have shot yourself. The second they break into another folk song, because
as soon as the music came out, I'd be like, just end it
right
now.
60 minutes of folk songs.
Someone stick a gun
at least
against my head and do me a favor.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Not that guy either.
You don't like Tim Chalamet?
I would like him underwater where the bubbles stop popping out. That's my favorite part of Timothy Chalamet.
Here's what we're gonna do, Joe. Here's what we're gonna do. When you get the chance, you're going to see Mission Impossible, and you're going to tell me if my opinion is wrong or not, okay? Then we're going to just randomly choose 2 more films that neither one of you I have not seen.
You or I? Who?
Both of us. Like,
that was really confusing.
We're going to do 3 films total.
Okay.
Between you and I.
Okay.
We'll each watch the film. We'll each rank it. Blind
so
ranking.
It has to be a movie that neither of us have seen.
Yep. Well, and we're going to write down the rating.
Will you have your junk? His hand in your junk and vice versa?
Yep.
We're gonna do we have to watch it together, or we're just...
No. We can watch it separately, and then we're going to write down our rating and lock it in, and then when we talk about it, We're gonna find out if we agree.
Do
or
they
not.
have to be action movies
Hey Joe.
or just any
Hey
movies?
Joe. Just so you know, he hasn't seen Karate Kid.
I know.
I would say action movies, yeah, because part of this is like
Have you seen Top Gun?
Yeah.
He has not. There's no way he's seen there.
Oh, did you hear that Top Gun 3 script is done?
I don't
Chris
know.
McQuarrie is ready. Yeah,
Script. Who gives a shit?
yeah, he's
Got,
ready.
does that have Tom Cruise in planes? Then I'm good. Or the other guy, Numbnuts, Mustache Man,
what's his name?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller.
What about the other guy? The guy
Who
that's
cares? I need Miles Teller. That's all I care about.
what's the guy's name that was in that movie with Sydney Sweeney? What the hell's that guy's name?
The guy with the face that's ugly. He's in Twisters as well. He's got a really good six-pack.
Tom?
No. What is his name?
Ah!
Twisters guy. Twisters. Let me. I'll look it up. Glenn Powell.
Thank you for the love of God.
You're welcome.
Wait, who's the guy that we just said? Oh, Miles Teller. I like Glenn Powell.
I like Glenn Powell too.
Oh, I saw. Oh, did you see Hitman? Was it Hitman? Was it Glenn Powell and Hitman?
On Netflix or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
did
like-
you see that movie?
Yeah.
I did not.
Did
see
you
it.
like it?
Yeah.
Did I watch
I
it?
enjoyed it.
I watched that movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, it's a very enjoyable.
I think I started.
Or
it. I didn't finish.
Assassin, or
Yeah, what was it called?
No, I think it was called Hitman.
I think it was Hitman.
Because I thought I was going to an Agent 47
Hitman.
movie.
Yeah,
Hitman.
That,
Yes,
that was a fun movie.
it was very fun, very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I liked
I
it.
do like that movie.
Yes.
I think we reviewed it at some point.
No, we didn't.
We talked about it.
Nope,
We did because
not on here.
yes, we did.
Nope. All right,
I
so
wish it was like an internet
just
database.
for kicks,
of, Hitman.
I'm looking up coming soon to theater movies, just because maybe we can
Ooh,
find
We already covered this.
There is a movie I would like to see.
to see what movies we can.
There is a movie I would like to see.
Huh.
Friendship with Tim Robinson and
Yes, I want to see that with
Okay.
and the guy who doesn't age, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. I want to see that movie.
I heard it's basically an extended skit.
yeah,
Of,
I really
of
want to.
I think you
okay.
should leave. Yeah.
Have you seen anything Tim Robinson related?
Oh, just Detroiters and some of the other skits he's in here. And
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Detroiters is so. Was so
Some of the
good.
Detroit Lions videos they've sent out.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Have
want
you seen any of? I think you should leave. Any of the skits?
Never heard of it.
Oh my god, that's so
all right.
funny.
So here's on my list of movies that I do actually kind of want to see. Ballerina.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. I don't want to see it in the theater, but I do want to see it. Jurassic World Rebirth.
but he hasn't seen any John Wick movies.
No, I have not.
Oh my God.
We got
He hasn't seen John.
Superman.
The definition of modern action movies. and he
28
wants to be
years
critical of
later.
action movies.
28 years later, the Fantastic Four. Like those.
Was
those
the
are.
first John Wick perfection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I want
I
to
will
see
be seeing,
Friendship. That's what I want to see.
There's a couple I'm going to see.
Oh, I
opening
want to see
weekend.
that movie Warfare, the A23 movie called Warfare.
Or the
Looks-
A24 movie.
Shut up.
The Dollar
Shut
Tree
up.
version of
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
if
Shut up.
Dollar General made movies, we're A23.
Dude, A23 makes really good movies.
They don't even make movies. A24 makes movies.
Oh my gosh, it's A24. You're right. That's why you're giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're really good movies.
I think it might have been that movie Warfare that I saw like a preview for.
Yeah.
And I'm like, A24 has done a great job of carving out a look. And
Yeah.
a look and a feel for movies.
You know when they're A24
And it's
movies.
like-
yes.
It just happened like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they blew up out of nowhere. Like here's some of the movies. Here's their highest grossing films in order. Their top 10: Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Civil War, Uncut Gems, Lady Bird, Talk to Me, Hereditary, The Iron Claw, Baby Girl, Heretic, Moonlight. Like those are their top ones. Oh,
Yeah.
and they also did like The Whale. Yeah, I mean they just
Did we ever talk about? Did you see The Whale?
yeah with yeah. That's,
Did you?
That's sad.
I thought it was overrated.
I thought it was overrated too. My wife watched it, and I'm like, okay, this looks okay. So then I went and kind of watched it, and I didn't. Really...
I mean, I get that it was billed like it was the return of Brendan Fraser, and it was a very trying film, I would imagine, to make. As
yeah, with the costume,
I mean,
underwear, and
I thought it was a bit overblown in how emotional it was.
yeah. His daughter hates him because he's a jerk dad. Yeah,
I didn't. I was disappointed that relationship didn't really
resolve.
better than it did.
Yeah, we agree on that one too.
I guess it. I guess it could be more.
I stopped paying attention.
I guess it could be realistic.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Man, I'm just looking back to the start of A23 though, like
24.
A24. They made they were the Spring Breakers. Remember when that came out? And that
Wow.
They did the what was the one I saw?
There was an early A24 film where
Tusk was one where the guy gets turned into a walrus.
Did they do Parasite?
That is Kevin Smith. They did not do Parasite. Well, they might have. Hold on, let me look through the list. Ex Machina. They did that one. That one's really
that's
good.
A great movie.
That is, isn't it though? Isn't it? Room. They did. Room.
Have you seen that one, Rob?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
The Witch, Green Room. Gosh.
Oh,
Man.
Green Room was good.
Yeah. Moonlight. That was. I think
Moonlight's
I mentioned that
good
one already. Gosh. It Comes at Night. That's a scary movie, if I recall.
Hey, that's a personal movie.
I know, man. Why you got to tell my business out there?
Yeah.
Sometimes during the day too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
They did that Midsummer movie, the really creepy, weird one. Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
It was weird, but I still enjoyed it.
I think we agree on that too.
Yeah, it was weird. And then,
Did you see that one, Midsummer?
After the movie ended, I'm like, I don't know what I just watched, but I know I liked watching it, and I don't. It was
interesting. I've never spent an entire movie trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and then the movie resolves itself.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
"That's it."
I'm sorry. What was? I thought there had to be more to this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird, but it never felt weird for the sake of being weird.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get you.
I think we've lost Rob.
We've lost Rob. We got to move on.
Work.
We got to move on. Oh, work. This is called work, bro.
Work.
Let's move on though. What do you guys got?
Real quick.
We're 35 minutes. So
and it's super exciting. Will Smith's coming out with a new album.
Oh my God!
I thought he already came out with it. It hasn't come out yet.
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
I just read today that it's coming out.
Let me look it up.
Is it named something corny as shit too? Like Millennium?
Well, here's the thing: is he's taking himself seriously now. He doesn't do that anymore.
It's called Based on a True Story.
No,
and it's come out. It's come out. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this one says explicit in it.
He makes cusses. I told you he takes himself seriously now.
Will Smith is canceled. Oh, you can't cancel no. I can't. He walking around like he all invincible or somebody.
No, he's corny. Yep. Will Smith is the corniest motherfucker on the planet.
Summertime's the jam.
He's corny.
Let me just skip along.
Oh, you looking for me? I ain't hard to find. I'm easy to see.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
I ain't hard to find. I'm on your IG.
I ain't hard to find. I'm on your hygiene.
This isn't good.
I ain't hard to find. I'm slapping the shit out of you in front of.
This is not him.
Is that Drake?
That's Big Sean, isn't it?
No, it's Joyner Lucas.
No, I'm good.
I don't think that one's bad, but I'm not going to listen to the album.
That's a hard pass.
Yes.
That's a hard pass. The Reverend is one of his song titles.
No thanks.
Brothers and sisters of the congregation, today's sermon is called
Salmon?
Barren Desert. When our lives fall apart, that place where we least trust God.
No.
What? Is this just a sermon?
Nick's going to open his church on Sunday with us.
Oh my gosh, no,
Will Smith he's so fucking corny.
Go away,
this
Will
isn't
Smith.
corny. This is sad.
It is corny though, because it just. Oh, him.
There we go.
Watch your step. You might fall trying to
Do what I did.
Mama.
Oh, you down with it, though.
I know this.
See, I mean, he was always corny, though. That's
Always.
the thing.
But here's the thing.
Oh no, that album where Summertime was on wasn't that corny. It was more like his new one ish. But once he got big with the summer blockbuster songs, he leaned into the corny a little bit more.
Yeah, he wasn't corny at all.
I don't care. This song's the jam for a
straight
terrible movie.
To The Wild. He passed up the Matrix to make Wild Wild West.
I know.
You can thank Stevie Wonder for that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Oh, I thought we could think Cisco.
Millennium.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He's another one, just like Will Ferrell. I'm soured on everything Will Smith. I've always thought that he was corny and disingenuous, but the stuff with his wife and then
That slap
the
did it
Chris
for
Rock
me.
stuff, it just put it all over the edge. And even I can still watch Fresh Prince. Anything other than that, though,
Independence Day? Come on.
I don't know.
I think to me it was the slap when, like, after he slapped him and then he gets up there crying and he's like, I'm so sorry. And they all stand up and clap for him. I'm like, this is the problem with Hollywood right
Yeah,
here.
I
Like,
can't.
This guy physically assaulted another man. And he's like, I'm sorry. He hurt my feelings. And they're like, you're so brave, Will. You're so brave.
He didn't even hurt his feelings.
No, he talked about his wife who
You know
was
who
screwing another man.
You know who hurt his feelings?
His wife?
His wife. And Chris Rock made a joke that is, I bet you Will wished he could make a joke about his wife, but doesn't have the balls to because
She'd whoop his ass.
Yeah. And it's misplaced anger.
It was misplaced anger. But that's
He's upset. He's upset with Jada.
I think that's the worst part about the whole audience going, oh, Will,
That was pathetic.
we love you,
Yeah.
Will.
It's
Good
misplaced.
for you. And the fact that he didn't get banned from the Academy Awards after that.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't get any assault charges after that, like assaulting a man on live TV. Yes, it was just a slap, right?
I mean, but Chris
still.
Rock wasn't gonna
No, he's
Assault
not
is
gonna
press
assault,
press
though.
charges.
And it actually probably helped Chris Rock's career more than it helped
I don't
Will
know if
Smith's.
it helped his.
I don't know that it helped. I don't think Chris Rock's career needed help, but
'cause
No,
his-
but I
don't
mean,
think- I
it
don't
didn't
think-
hurt his career like
No,
it
it did
hurt
not
Will
hurt it.
Smith's
no, it didn't hurt
career.
his career. I don't think it was a net positive though.
I don't think
I think it was. I think it was just a
anytime
wash.
Yeah.
Anytime you get slapped on the air and you don't know what's going on and you just try to play it off.
I mean, if I will say this, there aren't many people that could take a slap like that, get bitch slapped in front of
And make a
hundreds of
joke
millions
about
of
it.
people,
Yeah.
and then it not negatively affect their career. That's pretty good.
It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Anything else, gentlemen? Do it. Well, before we go into that, we do have some viewer feedback.
Open hailing frequencies.
Open a channel.
Frequencies open. All right, so there's some stuff. We have some YouTube comments that I want to share with everyone. Annette was talking about how she misses the Jake as well. We were talking about baseball stadiums. We were talking about because the Superman
yeah.
trailer is set in whatever they call that field now. But she misses the Jake. It's a beautiful
Progressive? Is it
ballpark.
progressive
field.
It was. I
And
don't
it
know if still
is a beautiful ballpark. It absolutely is, minus the fact that it's
garbage.
in Cleveland.
It's a nice setting, but the ballpark is.
Yeah. And then she mentions how she listened to Mark Maron talk to the the complete unknown director James Mangold, and he approached Bob Dylan in 15 or 16, and he said no. And then in 2020, when COVID hit, there wasn't anything going on, and he remembered the script, and he says, "Fine, go ahead and do it," because there's nothing else going on.
Yeah.
I love that.
Side note: I think Mark Maron is one of the most pretentious assholes in
Mark Maron?
entertainment.
He's got a
the what the fuck the WTF podcast
Yeah.
with Mark Maron. He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he was in. He
I
did.
mean, I might know who he is.
He
If
did
you looked
the
him up, you might.
Netflix show that had Allison Brie in it. The woman wrestling.
Yeah.
Woman fighting league. Woman wrestling league.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything with him.
He can be funny. I just his podcast. I just find him very pretentious. I'm sorry. Some people love him. I don't fault those people for loving him, but I just he's not my bag.
Yeah, Brody had some comments to say, but I'm going to share the most important. It was I agree with Nick.
Nah, that's garbage. Read them all.
Wicked was good. Rob, not all musicals are bad. Moulin Rouge is great. I absolutely
Hold on.
agree
Oh,
with you.
Moulin Rouge is good, and Chicago.
Hold on. I actually think Moulin Rouge, along with Grease, are the reasons I hate musicals because it was
Because
so-
you don't like.
Are you
Garbage.
not a fan of cleavage?
I love cleavage,
What are we doing then?
but I don't want to hear singing in a movie.
I didn't even notice the singing.
Well, first of all, don't like Nicole Kidman either. Oh my God!
There's people like you that keep me turned on. So excuse me for getting,
This is garbage.
but these things I do. You see, I've forgotten.
Where's the
if
wastebasket?
you're green or you're blue.
Still better
All right.
than Scrubs.
Moulin Rouge is a great one, as is Chicago.
Newsies. Starts and ends there.
Chicago is so good.
And Sister Act.
I love Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
No thanks.
More influential than Metallica.
Good God. Not this crap again.
No, I'm kidding.
If you guys don't understand that reference, go back to when we talked about the most influential American bands, and Nick had some terrible takes.
I always have terrible takes.
All right, Brody had a comment. I don't know how to feel about this.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that?
yeah.
He says, I'm guessing of the three of you, Joe would be most likely to have had plastic surgery, though it works for him because he looks like he's in his early 30s. So, a couple things. One,
I can see you getting plastic surgery.
Yeah. Thank you. It's very nice.
You do strike me as a plastic surgery guy.
I would never get plastic
if you
surgery.
had the money, you would have plastic surgery.
You wouldn't get boobs?
You get
No,
you get
I would lose all productivity.
that's
you
true.
get
I would be down in the dumps.
you get
Yeah.
cheek implants.
No,
You get a badunkadunk.
I already have one.
Have you seen it? I have.
Have you not seen it?
I don't want to see it.
Okay, I'm just saying. I got to ask for days.
I love how you go back for that comment though. You're like,
I was just scrolling. I was like, okay,
hold on.
well, what did you glaze over? And then I
Well,
I saw that.
the question you should ask is why. Why does he believe that?
Well, maybe he'll tell you when he
Yeah.
replies back to this.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, he said I look young.
I know.
It's a man
A20
after my own heart.
just real quick, A24 also released
Jesus,
a film
this-
called Dix the Musical.
Oh,
You know,
is it about a bunch of people named Richard?
I don't know, but it says God narrates the tale of Craig and Trevor, two straight womanizing misogynistic business salesmen who are identical twins separated at birth.
I'm
Okay.
intrigued.
Curious.
Oh, based off the off-Broadway musical Effing Identical Twins.
It definitely sounds off Broadway.
Yeah,
It might sound like local theater. That's what off Broadway is.
the working title
Oh my
was Tunnel
gosh.
Brothers.
The cast, Nathan Lane is in it, of course. Megan Mullally or Mullally.
What do you mean? Of course,
Because Nathan Lane's in like everything for its musical wise.
that's homophobic.
Bowen Yang is in there. Megan the Stallion is in there.
What a cast!
Nick
This is-
Nick Offerman's in there because he's married to Megan.
Oh,
Mullally.
okay, hold on. Bowen Yang, Megan Thee Stallion,
Yeah.
Nick Offerman,
Megan
and
Mullally. Yeah.
Megan Mullally, and Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you couldn't. That's
And-
that's the most random generator cast.
And Tupac is actually in that. That's where he came out from, back from showing that he was
Okay.
alive.
Hold on. I just need to look up Dix the Musical and see. We got to move on to Star Trek here, but
Do we?
I need to look up Dix the Musical.
What up, homie?
What up, Doe?
All right, here's the question. What song would you rather hear? Tea with Mommy, Gay Old Life, Out Alpha the Alpha, Desperate for Your Love,
Gay old life.
Gay Old Life?
Gay Old Life. Oh, let's go to Gay
I
Old
was
Life.
say out Alpha the Alpha.
It's
There's nothing dangerous about vacationing in Spain. That is until you've thrown half of your savings down the drain.
Timon.
Money should be spent on things both lovely and refined.
His singing voice is just Timon. It's just
It really is. There's another one called I'll Always Be on Top, and I'm sure that's a double entendre. But
you're loving this episode, aren't you, Rob?
Out Alpha the Alpha.
Okay.
I'm actually going to rate us 0 out of 5 stars.
Now, I want to ask Rob a serious question.
Yeah.
Would you rather listen to that? You guys would listen to four songs off of that musical.
Dix the Musical.
Or
You could just throw any musical in there.
no, off of Dix the Musical. 4 songs, or the entire Will Smith album.
So just the songs? Or
Just
or
the
watch-
song. Just the 4 songs he listed or whatever,
See, I hate the musical style of music too.
or the entire new Will Smith
See,
album.
here's how I would actually do it. On repeat for an entire day. It has to be playing in the background of your house the entire day.
You don't understand. I'm already okay with dying. I would end it right
Oh.
then and there.
Okay, not those 4. Would you rather have to listen to the new Will Smith album on repeat for an entire day? Whenever you're well, not, I'm not gonna say whenever you're listening to music because that's a caveat. You'll say I'm never listening to music, but you had to listen to it on
You have
repeat
to.
for a day, or just a like a Spotify or a what's the other, like a Spotify station of musicals. So it's random. It's just randomly generated musical songs.
I'll take Will Smith
Oh my god!
because the
Musicals
musicals
all day.
would enrage me because I'm just like, this is dumb.
Musicals all day.
Well, yeah, because you like musicals. I can't stand them.
I know you do. I know.
And you can thank Grease and Moulin Rouge for that.
My gift is my song, and
There's
this one's
great
for
cleavage
you.
in that movie.
I don't care. It's Nicole
That's
Kidman first
one
of
of
all.
the only times I found Nicole Kidman attractive. Honestly,
Days of Thunder.
I saw.
Let me out of the cock
Oh
hole.
my gosh, yeah.
Batman
I saw
Forever.
Moulin Rouge the musical on the Broadway version of it. So good, so good. But like we get to the theater, right, and it's just like you're sitting there waiting for the movie to or the play to start, and they have like dancers on the stage like posing erotically, like and
Nice.
just yeah, and like bustiers, and like you're kind of like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And it's men and women, right? So you have some men
Nice.
coming out wearing like women's lingerie, like
I'm
I
good.
like it.
I'm good.
it was fascinating.
I like
Anyways,
it.
we got to get on to Star Trek, guys.
Can
Whatever.
we stop talking about musicals for the love of
We're at
God?
50 minutes. We're
That's
at
it.
50 minutes.
Whatever you're feeling now, I feel that tenfold when we talk about
I
Scrubs.
don't know if we do.
I do.
really don't know if we do.
I'm telling you.
Disaster. We got a disaster
That's
here.
what this show is.
We got a disaster because
yeah.
the crew, the Enterprise, hits a quantum filament. You got to watch out for those quantum filaments. And when they hit the quantum filament, it causes all kinds of issues, like Picard being trapped in a turbolift with 3 children,
Speaking of nightmares,
Troy being trapped on the bridge as the commanding officer, and Keiko pregnant and in labor with Worf as her nurse. So this is what this episode is about. Troy has to take command of the ship. Ensign Rowe doesn't like her. She doesn't trust her. O'Brien, like a typical O'Brien, is quick to fall in line. He's like, as long as I don't have to make any orders or take charge, you do it. She actually ends up doing a good job while she's in charge of the ship. Meanwhile, Captain Picard screams at kids to stop crying,
Amen.
which makes him cry more.
screw those kids.
And then he realizes he has to uplift them and build them up. So he helps uplift them and build them up. He makes them his crew, and they climb out of a turbolift that's crashing. And Dr. Crusher and LaForge blast radiation out the bay. The end.
Which one do you want to start with?
I don't know.
Picard yelling at kids because it was great.
It was great. F them kids.
I was like, this is what I came for
Can
this
you
episode.
think of a worse situation for that poor man to be put in?
No,
With
not
those
at
3
all.
brats? No.
Hates
Especially
children.
the blonde kids. Like, we're all gonna die.
I know. Was he the one that was crying?
Yeah.
Yeah. he
Or
was
were
one-
they all crying?
Just 2 of
one
them
of them
were.
was whimpering,
The
and I was
girl,
like,
the girl
can we drown
was
this
not a
one?
snowflake. The boys were snowflakes.
Yeah, the girl was tough. The
Yeah, she
2
was.
boys,
Especially
he
when she
could have
got-
drowned them.
Especially when she got promoted.
Well, I mean,
What did you do
If it
for your
really-
science project? I planted these radishes in, and they grew super weird. Well, great.
oh, great. D. Like, what? We're in the, like, it's like the 50th fucking century or whatever. it is.
Wesley would have.
24th century? What is it 24th?
24th.
And
Wesley,
she's growing radishes?
Yeah.
What is this,
And we're
1830?
proud of it.
Wesley would have designed a warp engine at that age.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley, like the next episode, Wesley figures everything out. In the previous episode, she's stuck in Little House on the Prairie growing radishes.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And he puts him in charge he was the executive officer in charge of radishes.
God, just
Especially because you
It
don't
feels-
even need radishes because you can just replicate them.
It
I would have been
feels
like, you know
one
what
of
we
those-
need to do? We need to we're not going to make it. I got to kill these kids and eat the meat. You just
They just open the turbo lift. There's like blood everywhere. And he's like, you know what? I actually turned out I
They're
wasn't
like-
that hungry.
they're like, Picard, it was 45 minutes. You were here into your 45 minutes.
They're all dead.
I feel like
It's like I didn't have a lunch though.
I feel like the executive officer in charge of radishes was like that. You know how you work for a big corporation and there's all that overhead positions of
Yeah.
random things. Communicative director, co-director
VP of radishes.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. What a trip. And what's the deal with O'Brien being like, I
What's-
don't know who I feel sorry for, the captain or the kids? Wow.
well, first of all,
We're
kids suck.
Listen, we're all thinking that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like, who does he feel more sorry for, the captain or the kids?
the captain.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny. It's funny. It's
Like, do you
funny.
think when they got open the door and when they climbed all the way up, opened the door, and Picard got out, and he's just like, "All right, nice job, guys," and then he just pushes them out?
Gosh,
That's what I would have done.
that's what I would have done. Yet.
But that kid, that blonde kid, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
I would have been like, you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone.
You know, funny.
You stay in the turbo shaft while we climb up.
You know what's funny is I think this is one of the first Star Trek: The Next Generation episodes that I actually remember, like, almost scene for scene.
Okay.
Like, and even like, I feel like this was one of the first episodes I ever watched back in the day when I was younger, and it made me actually want to watch more of it.
Really?
Yeah, this episode did.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's very accessible.
well, because you have the captain who's struggling with the kids,
And
which
kids
is
suck.
kind of cool. Like, he doesn't know how to relate to them, doesn't understand them. Then you have
they're bums.
Then you have the bridge, like you have Ro being Ro, like just coming at Deanna Troi, who's not confident in all in her abilities, and whereas like O'Brien's like, look, you're the ranking officer, so I have to listen to you, even if you have no clue what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, he's just falling in line. And then Keiko and Worf was pretty good too, like that whole scene. So this was one of my first Star Trek episodes I really remember.
You could not. This is a good time. Not a good time.
I
So-
thought Keiko and Worf was funny.
Yeah,
really-
it was a good
except
scene.
for the one scene where she was moaning.
It's hot.
Listen,
Hot.
if you're watching this at home and someone isn't watching the screen to see that it's a
They're thinking
pregnancy,
yeah.
those were some very interesting moans.
She liked giving birth.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, what is she? What are we doing? Something going in or out?
Or in and out. Or in and out.
Did you like the scene where Worf's like, I will smack the child to induce
Yes.
breathing?
I was like, smack it again.
Yeah,
And meanwhile, Picard's up there going, I want to smack these kids.
I know.
Yeah, man.
I like just Worf. You may now give birth.
Give her permission.
Yeah.
You can. Go ahead. So now I'm gonna slap the child.
I'm super confused how the kids all know that one song in French, though. The Frere Jacques, the whole song.
Did you know that song?
Not the whole lyrics.
I did.
I didn't.
I knew every word.
I didn't know every word.
Wow, good for you, Joe.
I learned it in elementary school.
The whole French
The whole song.
version?
Yeah.
So how do you retain the knowledge from elementary school?
I don't know. I'm stupid.
He doesn't put any other information in there.
Yeah. It's literally.
It's that and cleavage.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So what?
You got a
What's it to you?
You got a problem with it?
Listen, that's at the rate society is going, that song's going to be gone in 6 to 8 weeks.
It probably offends somebody.
Yeah. So back to the
I don't know why I know that song. I honestly
all the words.
Frere
But I-
Jacques.
Frere Jacques.
Dormez-vous,
Dormez-vous,
Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques, Dormez-vous, Dormez-vous.
Frere Jacques.
I don't know why, but I heard that at some point in
And it just
elementary
stuck.
school years, and it just
Yeah.
I think we've all heard it in
Immediately
elementary school,
tattooed.
but
there's an English. I don't know the English translation to it though. I used to.
Yeah.
it's gonna be mandatory English version. You're surely not allowed to say
I know.
race in this country.
So you know why I like this story? Actually, I like this episode because really what it is 3 or 4 episodes condensed into 15 minutes. But like every episode is 15 minutes.
They were like little vignettes.
Yeah, Crusher and Date and
Geordi.
Geordi. Then you have the bridge crew. Then you have Picard. Then you have Keiko and Worf.
Everybody had something to do, which is nice. It was very
Yeah.
ensemble piece, which is
Yeah.
very nice to see because it's been a while since we
Except
had
for
them.
Riker, really, and Data. They didn't do much. But that's
But
okay.
they still had something to do.
They were still involved in that
Yes.
because they were still at 10 forward as well, right? Data was too.
Initially,
What was
they remember he got fried and they took his head off.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he was out of commission
oh,
for a little
yeah,
while.
So
Yeah.
that was another story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was you had tons of different stories. The whole crew
But
had bits in this.
and they
one.
cut at right times to other stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when the story was getting boring.
And but we've had episodes like this before where they have too much going on story wise, and they
Yeah.
try to. But these felt like you weren't really going to get more than what they gave you. They weren't worthy of fleshing out. These individual vignettes weren't
Yeah.
worthy of
Yeah.
fleshing out into full A or B stories.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked as like a potpourri of different
Yeah.
settings.
Well, and I think what happens is they're all dealing with the same root issue, right? The same disaster hit them
They're all
all.
giving birth.
And it's all they're all responding to it in their story where normally in an A and B plot, the B plot is not associated with the A plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that it got more absurd. Like every time like they would go down the little Jeffries tube,
Yeah.
there was another obstacle for Riker and Data and so on. So I kind of enjoyed that there was silly little things.
And the thing about Data, like you're going to have to basically fry me for it. I should be able to withstand
You're
it.
going to take my head off.
Yeah.
That's next episode. We got you, Data.
right. Like,
All right.
yeah.
I have a complaint. I'm sick of the jacket.
Goes
It's
away.
too casual.
Goes away.
Well,
It's too like it's
it's
now-
too much.
It's too much. It's every episode
Did
now.
you notice it changed though?
Did it?
In the first episode he wore it,
It's a little more
It
weathered.
was a leather
Yeah.
type, and now it's cloth up here.
Yeah.
I like the leather version of it better than the cloth.
Why is it just it's
Because
always with it?
Jean-Luc wanted to move.
No,
Let
I'm
Patrick
not-
move.
With the kids, it made sense. When he was being a diplomat with the Darmok guys, that didn't make sense.
Right.
It just
Too much,
it's too casual.
too fast.
It's too casual.
Yeah, does Picard Trek use the casual guy?
No,
Exactly. I agree.
he can't even relax on Ryza.
Yep.
So this whole jacket business is I'm done. I'm over it.
I respect it.
Now, a couple notes. Ronald Moore, who we know has a history with the Naval Chain of Command, he knows a lot about that because of his father. And we plays a lot with that in DS9 and also Battlestar Galactica. He actually stated that technically in the Chain of Command, it wouldn't. Deanna Troi would not have been able to take over the bridge,
But
it made it more dramatic. So that's
it
why
makes
they did.
sense why they do that. But if she carries is it an honorary rank or is it if it's a rank, she would.
It's a DEI rank.
It very well could be.
Oh, hurtful. They also proposed having it rain in the turbo shaft, which would have been playing off of NASA, their vehicle assembly building. Sometimes it rains in there because the clouds form in there naturally. That would have been kind of funny. I mean, the one part of the story that I didn't enjoy, the least enjoyable part for me, was actually the Ro O'Brien Troy thing, mainly because Ro gets on my nerves.
She gets on my nerves, but I like that even though she wasn't happy with the situation, she fell
She
in
still
line.
fell in line.
Yeah.
Right. When
And-
Deanna
and
got tough with her, she's like, yes, ma'am.
And rather than when Geordi and Data were going through the same thing, that guy gave that commanding officer a hard time. I don't think Ro was necessarily giving her a hard time. I think she was just very passionate about her opinion.
Well, and thought Deanna was completely wrong because Deanna has no understanding of science. So,
Hey, O'Brien helped her out.
Yeah. I just love how quick O'Brien was to be like, well, who's in command? Not me. It's you. Like he threw it off.
Even though technically he had the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Really cares about his progression in Starfleet because he's a lieutenant here, he's an ensign, and he's enlisted in DS9.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about that. Can someone tell us about that?
He's non-commissioned.
How do you not know?
I probably used to.
Yeah. Brain aids.
Yeah.
Beyond that, the Geordi and Bev story was kind of just there for me. Like, I mean, it's fine, but there's not much to it.
I got a question though. So when they're on the bridge and no kiosk is working on the bridge, right? No position on the bridge is working.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice there's still the guy at con still
Frantically.
hitting buttons? Go like, don't look at me.
You
Don't
gotta
look at
try.
me. Don't look at me.
You got to see if it works.
Don't give me anything to do.
It was a bring your child to work day. And
That's
the child.
that's a. If you look busy, they're not going to bother you.
Exactly.
Look,
I am swamped right now, guys.
George Costanza used that to his advantage. He's like, if you look busy, they don't bother you.
Guys, I'm totally navigating right now, even though we're not moving and have no power. Nothing to see here.
I'm trying to fix it.
Look, if I just keep hitting it, sooner or later it might work. You want someone to stay on the buttons.
I was watching that just cracking up. I'm like, what is this guy doing the entire time? He's sitting at con.
Yeah, he's really not wrong. I mean, you see someone hitting those buttons just in case. You never know. You never know.
Seven.
Oh, man. Okay, so that episode. Anything else from the game?
Now, that would be
Hey, we got a new O'Brien though,
The
right?
disaster.
We got a new O'Brien.
Oh, yeah, we got Molly.
Oh, yeah.
She hatched.
Molly Hatch.
Molly Hatchet.
We'll see her later on, and she'll be, she'll age before our eyes in an
That's
episode and then never exist, and it won't affect them at all.
Did I miss something, or were they surprised it was a girl?
Yeah.
because they were all
They
gung
didn't
ho
know
on
the
them
sex.
boy names.
Yeah, he was talking about the boy names at the beginning.
They're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
They're very retro.
I like that.
Did you guys know both? Did you know what your son was going to be before?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah,
I don't like
for both?
surprises.
We found out pretty early. Yeah, we found out.
Found out
As
with
soon as we could. Doc's
Same.
like, do you want to know if it has a wiener or not? And let us know.
And
No
you're like-
wiener.
you're like,
I found out that everyone with Clementine. Clementine was a surprise.
Clementine was.
No.
Because at that point, you already have all the stuff.
Yeah, we already collected. We collected them all. We got
We got
we got 2 alive ones. We have a dead one. We got tons. We're good.
We really patented the entire cycle.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there was 2 boys. We found out there was 3 pregnancies, 2 to completion, and we found out with all 3 of them it was boy, girl, boy.
Girl.
It ended up being girl, but we decided nah, jinx it,
Okay.
because it could have been every other. What if that one was also a girl? Didn't work out, and you found it's a pattern. If you find out, it's Final Destination shit. That's how Final Destination fucks your brain up.
Yeah, it does.
What if it's a pattern?
What if it's a pattern? Death is coming for us. All right, we ready to move on, gentlemen, to the game. Starring Michael Douglas. No, not
I
that.
thought it was a rapper. Hated it, love it. Underdogs on top.
Well, that is
like
a
that
rapper
song.
as well. It's also a 1997 film starring Michael
Michael
Douglas
Douglas.
and Sean Penn.
I know. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah. It's good.
It was good.
Riker's getting laid and he gets a video game.
Nice.
He brings
What every guy wants, by the way.
he brings the video game back to the ship, and he starts making other people play the video game. When they play the video game, it brainwashes them until the whole crew is brainwashed, except for Wesley and his future girlfriend.
Oh. It's a clock upstairs.
Oh, that's creepy and weird. Except for Wesley and his future girlfriend, not future girlfriend, but Robin Leffler, Ensign Robin Leffler. Wesley comes back to the ship, and he's so happy to be there, especially once he meets Robin. And he's like,
Me too.
Robin, I want to get with you.
Ensign Ashley
But
Judd.
then they both start noticing that the whole crew is acting weird over this game that they're playing, and everyone's trying to get them to play the game. They start doing research on this game, and they realize it's brainwashing everyone, and they need to have Data for help. But Data has been turned off by the rest of the crew.
You know who wasn't turned off? Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley wasn't.
On.
And unfortunately, it gets to the point where his girlfriend is captured as well. And Wesley almost gets his brainwashed as well. But right at that moment, Data comes on the ship because they had reactivated Data. And
Just in the nick of time.
the ship that was, there was basically a ship trying to capture their ship. A Qatarian ship was trying to capture all of them. They're able to stop it.
From Qatar?
From Qatar.
They're trying to capture. They just gave us a plane. So it's like
$400
it's like a
million
tit for tat,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Wesley and Leffler kiss goodbye, and he goes back to Starfleet.
There are things about this episode that I absolutely despise. There are other things that I thought worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
What I despise,
Yes.
right off the bat,
Yeah.
Always start with the bad news.
that opening scene infuriated me. That lady who was like,
Oh my God. Yes.
and then throws his communicator out the window.
I would have thrown her out the window.
That's 100% what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Like, you can go get it.
Yeah.
Floop. Like,
Although I have to say, I don't think a lot of the blood was flowing to his brain.
no, if she is
No.
like acting like that, the blood returns everywhere it's supposed to be, and you need to get your ass out of here because you're annoying as shit.
Yeah, that's a boner killer.
Oh, I was seriously like watching that. I'm going, this has got to end. This has got to end faster for the love of God.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
Ashley Judd though looked good,
She looks
As Robin Leffler.
amazing.
and I
Yeah.
had to look it up how old she was just to be sure it was okay to say that. She was like 25.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay, good.
Back then, you were what, 12, 10?
Yeah, but I mean, I want to say she looks good now.
He wants to say it now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she did, and it's legit. She was 25, so it's fair.
I thought their chemistry / interaction was really entertaining. I didn't remember that from this episode.
It felt authentic.
Yeah, it felt, and it was fun.
Mhm.
and it was playful, and they pulled it off, man. I was like,
Their chemistry worked.
yeah,
Yeah. it
There's
did.
parts like where they're taking the journey where the Enterprise crew is getting hypnotized, and I'm just going, really, I'm getting madder and madder. But then I get I really enjoyed Wesley and this girl in this episode. I'm like, I really enjoyed that part. But
Yeah.
as the Enterprise crew is getting duped one by one, I'm just getting more and more irate. And then I see them and I'm like, oh, it's not bad. And then they do something stupid and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. I think what's impressive, this is her first acting credit too.
Yeah.
Like her very first acting
Well,
credit.
Darmok was.
Well, yeah, I know. But like, the whole point being like,
Actually,
she's a
Nerd alert.
pretty good actress for her first roles.
yeah.
So
I wouldn't. I mean, she was good in this episode. I
For a
wouldn't.
first role, I think it's pretty good.
for her first role,
Yeah.
yeah. She's better than
And she had to say technobabble. I mean,
That's true.
we
We don't know
on.
how many takes it took, though.
Who cares? They got one on screen.
yeah,
We got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Run with it.
You know, like you were talking about things you hated or loved in this episode. There wasn't a lot that I really enjoyed about this episode.
Really?
No,
You know,
it didn't remind you of current times. Everybody in their goddamn phone
stuck in their phones.
Star Trek ahead of its time again.
And getting brainwashed
and
by
getting
it.
brainwashed and just
And duped.
duped.
I
And
mean,
it-
the scene with Riker and Deanna about the chocolate was pretty good.
Dude.
That was a good scene.
I could listen to her talk about chocolate all day long.
Mm-hmm. Would you like
That was a good
me-
scene.
Would you like me to leave the two of you alone?
Gosh. Well, I also like that when they were getting duped by like when Riker was brainwashed, he didn't act brainwashed except for when he was on the game. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't obvious to the other crew. Although I would have hoped someone else would have noticed. And let's take a look at this device real quick.
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, that's what we are now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Excuse me, I gotta answer my phone. I'll be right back.
It's not. It's just the constant phone in your face, and then
So I'm watching my phone, getting the pleasure regions. Oh,
right. It's
Make the disc go into the cone, Rob.
yeah.
Make
I am.
the disc go in the
I'm
cone.
on that website right now.
Just let go.
I mean, that was what I took out of this episode was like how ahead of its time this was, or how relatable it still is. Unfortunately,
Was it an obvious comment on drugs at the time?
Probably.
Like an anti-drug thing?
Probably. I mean, at the time I could see it because it was early 90s, so Dare was huge still.
Still 91, I think. Or it might be 92 now.
Dare was still huge.
Yeah.
There was, I think the war on drugs was still around, wasn't it?
So Bush
It was Bush 1.
1 would have been in office at the time. So yeah, probably.
End of Bush 1.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to that. I saw something funny that I want to share.
Go
Share
for
it.
So
Share it.
I was just waiting for you to finish up your Dare diatribe.
Oh, I'm sorry that we found something that was...
Yeah, relevant to the episode. I mean, we only have a podcast about analyzing some of these
This
episodes.
is about the episode.
Yeah, go by all.
No.
This better be fucking good. I swear to God.
It is good. It is good. So you know how sometimes they'll put the quote and then underneath they'll put who says the quote and
Yeah.
then explaining what happened before it. The quote is, "No thanks, I don't like fudge." Riker, after Troy offers him a taste of her sundae. I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious.
Why? Maybe I won't kill myself, and we
You
can
don't-
have Sean
you don't-
replace
you-
him.
you don't-
Yeah, I think
you-
that might be a
you
better
don't
option.
find that just somewhat funny, just the way it's
I
organized.
mean, it's funny. It's funny because I don't really think it's worthy of any kind of server space that's on.
No, that's part of it. But it's like in the description afterwards, Riker after Troy offers him a taste of her sundae.
I like the one above it. It just says chocolate is a
It's a
serious thing. Troy.
Right? Yeah. So
What is?
yeah.
Although the chocolate scene was good. It's good stuff.
I love how in Starfleet too, they're very concerned about learning Latin, as if you need to learn Latin. Like,
Universal translator. We can't just do that.
yeah, we can't just use, like, why do you need to learn Latin? Like, it's stupid.
Are they going anywhere that they speak Latin natively?
Yeah, the Roman Empire planet. I don't know. I just made it.
I think there was one of those in TOS.
Yeah, but that was the original series.
Actually, I have to get back in the game. That whole Nick.
I know,
random thing just took me way out.
We had a
After
good
Deanna
conversation
offers
going.
to let him try her sundae. No thanks. I don't like fudge.
We had a good conversation going.
About
We were
Dare.
actually analyzing the
We've
episode.
talked about Dare before, though.
but not. In
We
the
haven't
context
talked about
of this
Deanna
episode.
Not
Sunday.
that, as it relates to the
Oh,
game.
We've talked about Deanna Sunday.
No, not her chocolate sundae.
I wonder why people don't listen to this show.
Was this the episode where? Okay,
Are you surprised that Riker doesn't like fudge?
I mean,
A little bit,
I
honestly.
would be shocked
a little bit, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like Riker would be into some really freaky stuff.
if he could put up with that chick in the beginning of this episode. He's
Oh
in the
my
freaky
God.
stuff.
Riker was probably the guy who filmed Two Girls, One Cup. Honestly,
God
He probably
damn.
he time traveled.
Probably donated to it.
Oh, that movie! That scared. That someone showed that to me when I was in college, and I've not been the same person since then.
Oh my! It's you know what it is? It's a Final Destination porn. It's what it
It
is.
really is. Yeah. They're for sure dead
It's-
after that.
It will scar you. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I regret ever doing it.
Did they not reveal Molly's name in the last episode?
I don't remember.
Because this says
no, I don't
one-
think.
I don't remember either.
This episode says one episode after her birth in the previous episode, Wesley reveals Molly O'Brien's name when he congratulates Smile on his new daughter.
She just hatched her out, and
Which is funny because it opens with them discussing what they were going to name their child.
yeah.
Yeah,
think it
and then
was
they never.
bookend
And then
with-
they didn't. The child was born in the episode, and they didn't name it.
Remember when we had a podcast? We didn't have a name for it for like
The-
8 episodes.
The Robin Nick Hour.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah.
It's about time you brought something to the table.
I mean,
Let's see Sean do that. Punk ass.
challenge them.
No.
What's the name, Sean?
The Scrub Joe podcast, where Joe is out because we've scrubbed him. And
No,
we're
you know what it'd be?
scrubs.
It'd be called Three Scrubs.
It's not bad.
But we don't want no scrubs.
That you're gonna get into some. You'll get into some legal issues.
Yeah.
3 scrubs.
Although I'm surprised that we haven't.
We're not big enough for anyone
yeah,
to care about us.
I think we're okay.
Let's say we ever have an episode that cracks 5,000 listens, maybe then. But until that day,
We're getting there.
Are we?
We are. We're trending.
Okay.
We're trending.
anything else from the game, gentlemen?
I'm very torn on how I feel about this episode. I'm like very torn.
I liked it until Nick interrupted us.
Yeah, because he's rude. Because we were going somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I agree, though. It is a commentary on
What are you about this episode, Rob?
anti-drugs. Well,
Nice.
yeah.
Lying naked
What the hell is this
floor.
from? Why are we?
It's because he's
Because
torn.
Rob's torn
Oh,
into something real.
you know this is a cover song.
Yeah,
Is it? I did not know that.
yeah. Which
Well,
is crazy.
she knocked it out of the park.
She did.
She was a one-hit wonder, and that was it. And it
She was hot.
Oh my gosh, I was
She
in
was
love.
smoking
and
hot.
that music video I could watch on repeat for hours.
That stupid ass boyfriend. Always coming in and out
How
of the
could you
frame.
break her heart?
I know.
How could you break her heart? She is still beautiful. She kind of looks like Allison Brie.
I can see it.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
I can see it.
She
I
looks
see it
like
for
Allison
sure.
Brie.
Good for her.
Holy crap.
Yes. Oh,
And I don't really like short-haired women, but like for some reason that worked for her in that music video. For me.
yeah. I thought she looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Still does.
Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous.
What was I gonna? I was gonna say something.
And we've lost Nick.
Yeah. All right. Pump the brakes. Jesus Christ. What were you saying? You. Oh. Oh. So this is 91.
Just so you know, that does not work as foreplay. I just want to let you know.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that has that thing.
Have you actually tried it?
No.
You should. I'll give you money to try it. You should. Please just do it for science.
I need to find a good Smeagol quote. Let me see if it can work for that. Hold on.
Hold on.
My precious, we want it. We need it.
You should do Smeagol doing Austin Powers. Do I make you horny, baby?
Do I make you horny, baby?
It's so good. I don't know how Rob and I aren't sleeping with you right now.
My draws are actually coming off involuntarily. It's amazing.
Let me.
What I was going to say though is this is 91. So we're still on. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Yes.
So I think this is absolutely a commentary on the anti-drug movement, the war on drugs.
Do we think The phone is a drug.
I think it could be technology,
Yeah,
though.
of course, absolutely.
See,
this is a worse drug than I think than any chemical drug that's out there.
Oh, I
they've done
agree.
studies, and it releases dopamine in the brain, and you get the temporary highs.
I know,
from,
but
I think it does a fair amount of brainwashing too.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was
But I
Mission
mean,
Impossible, too. Tom.
these are little dopamine drips constantly all the time. Whereas drugs, it was like, okay, you go for a while without, and then it's
You know what's funny is
it's
I used to be
horrible.
really
It's
good.
horrible.
I used to be really good about not being on my phone,
Mhm.
and then coincidentally, I started trying to do the social media thing and YouTube, and I found myself now on it all the time, and I'm like, I got to fix this.
I went to just a quick note related to this. I went to badgirlsbible.com.
Nice. I'm already on board.
what
on board.
What is it?
I don't know what it sounds
And
hot and religious.
And it says, here are some things you can say to your man to make him go crazy.
Oh, okay.
Whose man are you saying these to?
And here's one.
I'm going to make you scream my name.
Apparently
That sounds ominous. That does not turn me on.
That sounds murderous.
Let's see what else they got. Oh. Give me every last drop. That just sounds disgusting.
It's hot.
What?
How come you didn't say it in Smeagol, though?
Give me every
No, thanks. Never mind.
last
Abort. Nope.
You did that.
I know. It's on me.
That's on you.
I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
You're such a sexy thing. I can't get you out of my mind.
This would be religious. This is the most boring.
Yeah.
Like, this wouldn't, even if you could sound like Antonio Banderas and this wouldn't work.
What are you wearing?
What do you wear? Wow. What is this, Howard Stern? Awful. Awful.
Master likes it. Master needs it.
Okay. All right.
No. You're lucky your wife doesn't listen to this podcast.
She does. His wife does listen to this.
I dare you to get laid tonight.
Always.
I dare you.
And oxes don't taste very nice, do they, precious?
All right. Let's go to ratings. Disaster.
That's what this is.
It's turned into a complete. This is what we get when we take a week off.
Yeah, this happens.
A crap show.
This happens. Disaster.
Disaster, I think, has a lot of rewatchability. I think it was. I enjoyed it. I will give this thing at 7.5.
I give it a
Ooh.
7.5 as well.
I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah,
Mine's bigger than yours, though.
6.5 is solid.
Your rating is. Oh no, it was fine. It wasn't, but
But I think it has a ton of rewatchability.
I know, but 7.5 is like now we're creeping it on like very good territory.
I thought it was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good. I enjoyed it.
That's fair. I thought it was decent. And I think
It was to me. It was a nice departure from the normal.
I'm really sick of the jacket. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I never liked the jacket.
I loved it out of the gate,
I know you did.
and now I'm like, oh, we're doing jacket every fucking week now, and can we? Do we? You don't? Does he just not do laundry?
He doesn't do laundry.
It's fine. He's a single man. I could see. Although there's no excuse. Got to have a service, right?
He's the captain of the ship.
I
He's
know.
got 1,100.
Can you stop complaining and give me a rating?
I said 6.5.
Oh,
You don't
okay,
even
yeah,
listen.
that's right. That's
You
right.
did say
And I actually already marked it down
Jesus
too. Yeah, sorry. Does the game 5?
I thought I'm going to give this a 7. I
Oh
thought it
my
was. I thought it was.
gosh.
I have
good.
no
I
idea
thought
what
it
to
was
give this
decent.
episode.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
yeah. If you take away that first opening scene,
They were still the evolution of them all getting
Yeah.
duped. I
put the ball in the cone. That's all you got to do. Put the ball.
but there was the ice cream. I thought.
Oh, there is the ice cream with
Wesley in
chocolate.
that.
Yeah.
See, I really don't know what to do with this episode.
6.9.
No. I'm gonna give it a 4 for now.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. I really don't know.
I really don't know. It sucked. 4.
4.
I hated. and hated that first scene.
See, now you know
That's
how I feel about
Scrubs.
Now you know how I feel about Mission Impossible.
You didn't hate it though. You gave it a 5 out of 10.
I gave it a 4 and then I upped it to a 5.
Yeah.
You gave it a 4.5, and then up to a 5.
No, it was a 4.
I thought you gave it a 4.5.
No, it's a 4.
It was 4.
And I gave it to.
But you're also wrong a lot of the time. So
Oh, he's got you there. He does have a point.
remember Ron Howard, the best director of all time?
Ooh, Chicago more influential than Metallica.
Yeah.
Cracking deal.
I mean,
We've moved on.
your stats don't help you out, dude.
Yeah,
We've moved on. We've moved on.
mistakes were made.
Yes, it happens.
And we're moving on to the end of this episode. Thanks for
What did you give it? Did you rate it?
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
I know.
There are parts I just hated, but there are parts I really liked. I don't know what to do with it. I still don't know what to do with it.
Well, luckily next week you can tune in to see us review 2 more episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yep.
Will we continue enjoying this season or will we hate it? Find out.
Or Will
What
Wheaton-
happens
or-
to the jacket?
Or Will Wheaton, we hate it? Will Wheaton? Never mind.
Anyways, this was Nick.
This is Rob.
This is Joe.
Bye.